On June 27, 2017, computers across Ukraine suddenly began shutting down. Businesses lost access to their systems, banks were disrupted, government agencies went offline, and thousands of people were suddenly unable to use ordinary digital services. At first, it looked like another ransomware attack. Victims saw a message demanding $300 in Bitcoin to recover their files. But researchers soon discovered something much worse. This was NotPetya, a destructive malware attack that would spread far beyond Ukraine and cause more than $10 billion in damage worldwide. The attack began with something most people would never consider dangerous: a software update. Attackers compromised the update system of Medoc, a Ukrainian accounting and tax software used by many businesses.
Instead of attacking thousands of companies individually, they infected software that those companies already trusted. Once the malicious update was installed, NotPetya entered corporate networks and began spreading rapidly. It used stolen credentials and Windows vulnerabilities, including Eternal Blue, an exploit that had been leaked publicly months earlier. This allowed the malware to move from one computer to another with incredible speed. One of the companies caught in the attack was shipping giant Maersk. Its global network was crippled, forcing the company to rebuild thousands of computers and servers. Operations at dozens of ports were disrupted, and Maersk estimated the damage at roughly $250 to $300 million.
Pharmaceutical company Merck was also severely affected, suffering hundreds of millions of dollars in losses, while FedEx's TNT Express division, Saint-Gobain, Mondelez, and other major companies were hit as well. But then investigators discovered something crucial. NotPetya wasn't really ransomware. Traditional ransomware encrypts files and gives victims a chance to recover them by paying the attacker. NotPetya's encryption was effectively irreversible. There was no reliable way to recover the damaged systems by simply paying the ransom. The ransom message was essentially a disguise. The real purpose appeared to be destruction and disruption. In Ukraine, the consequences were enormous. Banks, government agencies, transportation systems, and other critical services were affected.
And because modern companies are connected through global networks, the malware quickly crossed international borders. Hospitals, manufacturers, shipping companies, pharmaceutical firms, and other organizations around the world suddenly found themselves dealing with the same attack. Investigators and cybersecurity researchers began analyzing the malware and reconstructing how it had entered the networks. The evidence showed a dangerous combination: a compromised software supply chain, stolen credentials, and powerful Windows exploits. A single trusted software update had become the doorway to a worldwide cyber disaster. The financial consequences were staggering. The White House later assessed the global damage at more than $10 billion, making NotPetya one of the most destructive cyber attacks ever recorded.
In 2018, the United States, United Kingdom, and several allies publicly attributed the attack to the Russian military. In 2020, the U.S. Department of Justice charged 6 Russian GRU officers in connection with NotPetya and other destructive cyber operations. But perhaps the biggest lesson from NotPetya isn't simply who created it or how much money it cost. It's how easily a trusted system became the doorway to a global crisis. Companies didn't have to click a suspicious link or download an unknown file. The malware arrived through software they already trusted, and once it entered a connected network, it could move rapidly from one system to another.
NotPetya showed that cybersecurity isn't just about protecting individual computers. It's also about protecting the entire chain of software, suppliers, networks, and organizations that modern society depends on. The attack began in Ukraine, but its consequences reached businesses across dozens of countries. And that's what makes NotPetya so frightening. It didn't need to attack the entire world directly. It only needed one trusted doorway. Because sometimes the most dangerous cyber attack doesn't arrive looking like a threat. It arrives as something you're already willing to trust.